Hello, everyone. Welcome to GameFAQs podcast. My name is Brian, a.k.a. Venom's Carnage, and yes, I did get a name change this week. And I'm here with Mike Shadow, KH Ninja, Andrew, TV Mania 619, and guys, we have a special guest with us today. We have Denuna, and her name is Deborah, and she is a user on the GameFAQs message board. Everybody say hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello. And just so you guys know, our outro and intro song was done by HasKim88 from the Electronic Dance Music Board. If you guys haven't been there, just check it out. And so since we have our special guest with us today, I'm going to go ahead and ask her the usual question. How did you discover GameFAQs.com?
It was actually the troll user. I don't even know he's a troll, but the super annoying user, Blue Monk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. we dated for a while, and he'd always ask his internet friend stuff, and I'd be like, "What are you doing?" And he said he was on this dumb board CE, and then I joined.
Oh, okay. Then.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
That's a very unique way of joining.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That is
More interesting than our stories, pretty much.
Yeah. And how long have you been on GameFAQs?
Over a year, I believe. I think I joined because I was ill when I joined because I didn't have anything else to do, and I got sucked in.
So she's just a rookie then. She ain't been on there very long.
No. Account created Friday, July 2nd, 2010.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, really new.
Well, thank you very much, Deborah, for joining us on our podcast today. And I would like to thank everybody who listened to our podcast last week. We got quite a bit of listeners last week, and hopefully you guys are back again with us this week. So, what games is everybody playing right now? What are we all playing this week? Let's go ahead. Andrew, what are you playing right now? What are you playing this week?
I haven't really had a lot of time to play games this week, to be honest. But in England, we have a branch of game stores called Game, aptly named, of course. And at the moment, they're going under, so they're selling a lot of games for quite cheap. So the other day, I picked up Battlefield Bad Company 2, and I picked up Arkham City again for under £25. So hopefully, I'll get time to play them again soon.
Have they really gone under now?
They've got a really short amount of time to actually make some money. So
yeah.
So games are cheap there.
Great. And Mike, what are you playing? What are you playing this week?
I've been playing Tales of Phantasia for Super Nintendo. Again with the old games, and
nice.
And with recent games, I've been playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3, the version that's on the PlayStation Vita. So yeah, basically just those two games.
I see.
And as for you, Deborah, what have you been playing this week?
TF2 actually.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I play competitively, so that's pretty much all I ever really have time to play. If I'm not playing TF2 on my computer, I'm usually either playing some silly mobile games or just to relax. Really, I know it sounds weird. I play a game seriously and then I play games to relax.
What about you, Brian?
Nice. I actually just finished Mass Effect 3 this week, and I've been playing that. I was playing that, finished that, and then I went right back into playing my franchise on Madden. So I've been playing that, finished that up, and just beat that. And I gotta say, I'm not really pleased with the ending on that. And I've heard that's been a really big thing amongst the boards on Mass Effect 3, and even on current events too. I think some people have been talking about that as well. I guess BioWare spoke on that this week, and they said that they pretty much told everybody to screw themselves, I guess, because it's our product and we can do what we want with it.
Sounds sensible.
And it kind of and see, what really irritates me is that, I played all the Mass Effect games, and it's all about choice.
Yep.
And that's what they've really emphasized this whole series on is, how your decisions can really affect the gameplay, especially with the future titles.
Yeah.
And if you start from, ME1, and you're going all the way and you get to Mass Effect 3 and then you get to this ending, which I'm not going to give it away, but you basically what it comes down to is all the choices you made in the previous games do not amount for anything at the end of the game. And and a lot of users on GameFAQs that I've spoke with and debated on this topic about we've all come to agree that the ending was like they rushed it.
Yeah.
And I know everything is about choice, but basically the end of the game, you have 3 choices. And I'm not going to give that away at all, but from what I like to see is it all comes down to, oh, which color do I like? Do I like blue, red, or yellow? And it's like,
yeah,
it's stupid. It's the stupidest way to end a game. There's no closure at all. And a lot of people, myself included, are kind of hoping that they come out with some sort of additional ending download content, so where you can actually see what happens afterwards.
Well, here's hoping.
I hope, but then again, it's BioWare.
Yeah,
I don't really expect much. I don't really expect much from them as far as doing that for us. My whole thing is that if I'm paying $60 for a game, and I've been a very loyal fan of the series, like I have.
Yeah.
You would expect them to want to give us something more as far as how you end a series.
Yeah.
And they have said that this is the end of the Mass Effect series. So I mean, it really kind of bothers me when I've played these games for the past 5 years and it all came down to that, and I'm like, are you serious? Yeah. Like, this is not how you should end a game, especially a series like this. So yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, I haven't played any. Well, I've played a bit of the first one, and everyone's been getting at me to finish it and play it the whole way through so I can enjoy the third one. And now that everyone's raging about the third one, like, you don't really need to play the first 2 to get the ending right, kind of put me off a bit, I'll admit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what makes me mad is you have these users on GameFAQs who are like, "Oh, you should appreciate that. You need to appreciate that ending. They spent hard work and effort making that ending." I'm thinking, there's no way they put forth any effort in that ending.
Yeah.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, the game as a whole is fantastic. I mean, you have this massive battle on Earth, and then there's just so much that goes on in the game, and you're expecting this amazing ending. You get sucked in, and then all of a sudden you're like, really? Like,
so it's quite anticlimactic.
It's very anticlimactic.
Okay.
It's very anticlimactic. Is there any game? What games have you guys finished this week? Have you guys finished any games this week?
Let's see.
I'm not really a big fan of games that you finish. I know it sounds really stupid, but I kind of really like the first kind of games that I got into, MMOs. So it's like a big sprawling world where there's so much to explore. I really like that whole.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that thing.
So you're more of an open world. You like open world games, right?
Yeah, I really do. I find that once there's a linear progression, that I just get really bored and I can't be bothered anymore. But if there's loads of ways that I can go, even though I might only go down route A, like being totally evil or totally good, I still like the option of just like being able to mix and match. So
does that mean you like sandbox games like the GTA series and stuff?
They're
awkward silence.
I know, right?
It's not that I don't enjoy.
It's what editing's for.
Oh, that's silence. So, do I? Well, yeah. Well, I mean, they're fun, but I think that's the GTA series. I just never really got into it. I'm awful at any aspect of driving. Oh my god, I suck. That's why I haven't been like LA Noire. I love watching my friends play it, so they can go through the driving sections.
Yeah.
But when it comes to me being behind the wheel, I'm just like, I take the bus.
Basically, what she's saying is, if you live in the UK and you see Deborah on the road, run your life. Yeah. Pull over and let her through.
Yep. Thanks for the
advice. So let's get into the gaming news of the week here, and let's see. First thing we're going to talk about today is the Toronto duo is going for the gaming marathon world record. Wow. And I guess the longest video game session ever is 109 hours.
Well, actually, it's 152 hours as of right now.
Really?
Oh, wow.
They did it.
That is ridiculous. I don't know how they would do that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a hardcore gamer, but I don't know if I could actually sit there and do that for that long of a time period.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I usually an average game session for me is anywhere between 2 to 3 hours, and then with a break in the middle.
Yeah.
But I mean, 152 hours. That is some intense gaming.
What's the
They get up
longest?
to go pee. Like, I don't understand. Do they just sit there for the whole time?
They probably
bottles.
Oh my god.
They actually probably just wear like adult diapers and just go like while they're playing.
Or they just they just game on toilet seats.
No, I'm looking because there's pictures of them because they did it at a store and they're sat with like super comfortable chairs and there's a big window. So I'm like, if they did pee in bottles, that's some indecent exposure. Like,
That's what true gamers do.
In Canada, they have.
That's what you have to.
We don't care. So what's the longest?
I wouldn't care.
What's the longest time you've played games for?
I guess something like 8 hours or 10 hours or something like that's like a straight session of not leaving.
I know you're allowed to have breaks to get lunch and food and toilet and stuff like that.
But yeah, like maybe because I know I've been to like a few LAN parties where we just like time does not exist for us, and everyone like we order pizza and there's a tons of microwavable food around, so nobody really goes anywhere. But I don't think we spent more than 10 hours like locked in a room.
I think longest gaming session I've done just on my own individually.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go back in time. Okay. Final Fantasy VII when it first came out.
Oh.
I actually stayed up and beat the first disc.
Yeah.
And I think I got through halfway through the second disc in one gaming session. I think that was about a 12-hour gaming session.
Okay.
And let's see, the longest gaming session I've had as a group. We actually, what we usually do here where I live is every once in a while, and we might even do it tonight. Actually, I might check into that see if we can do it tonight. But I'm a big Halo fan. I love the Halo games, and I love Halo 2. That's my favorite. I love Halo 2. I loved playing multiplayer on Halo 2, and what we usually do is we have a big LAN party here at the house, and we've stayed up till probably 9, 10 o'clock in the morning gaming from 7, 8 o'clock at night, and we still play, and we get our old Xboxes together, wipe the dust off, and we play Halo 2. And we have a blast. So might be doing that tonight. Actually, I don't have to work tomorrow, so we might get that together and do that tonight. So it's always fun when you have a 46-inch TV and you can play Halo 2 on there and just
Well, that's actually something I miss in newer games. The ability to play LAN with your friends. Like connect each other's consoles and all play together in like the same room.
Yeah.
Yeah, like lots of games now only have online multiplayer, and that's all fun and stuff. But it's a different experience being able to play a game with your friends sitting next to you, on different
to
play a game.
I have to agree with that. There's like playing online is always fun, and I love my online gaming, but the idea of like sitting next to somebody you can just push them off. Why? Like exactly if you're in a fighting game, that's always been crazy fun to me.
Yeah, and see what gets me about people right now is that I come I'm almost 30 years old, and I'm an old school gamer. Like, back in the day when you played couch co-op with your friend, and you guys could talk trash to each other, right there, and you could actually see their reaction when you're playing the game. And that's what it's about for me. I'm more of a personal gamer. I like to have people over and we game and and stuff like that. But this current generation of gamers is what's really killing me. Is they're really spoiled because every game, I hear a game comes out. Oh, there's no multiplayer. Oh my God, there's no multiplayer online. It's only got local multiplayer. What's up with that? And I'm like, what's the matter? You don't have any friends you can come over to your house and play the game. Play the game with. And that kills me is that a lot of games are really more focused on multiplayer now, which I don't have a problem with that at all. Don't get me wrong. I love playing multiplayer games, but
they sacrifice the single player.
Don't
they?
Yeah,
exactly. That's what kills me about Call of Duty, for instance.
Yeah.
Okay. Call of Duty. I used to love Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I used to love Call of Duty, like when Call of Duty 3 came out, or 2 came out, actually. Used to love those games, because they were all about the story, the campaign.
Yeah.
And now, it's like, they have totally just, it's like you're getting a multiplayer game now with the campaign as a bonus.
Yeah, I think I got through the Modern Warfare 3 campaign in I think it was about 4.5 to 5 hours, and that's on normal difficulty.
Yeah. I worked in game for the midnight launch for that game, and and there was like queues and queues of people. It was crazy. But the next day when I came in, like somebody who I saw in the line was like trading in the game, and I was like, but you just bought this, and he was like, oh, I finished the single player, I'm done. And I was like, wait, how could you, did you just stay up all night? And he said, well, it's like 4 hours, 5 hours, it's nothing.
And what also kills me about that is that they don't make those Call of Duty games or games like that where you can have a local campaign. And that's what I loved about the Gears of War franchise, is all of those games you can play with 4 players at home. Yeah. You did not, I believe you could play 4 players at home. Correct me if I'm wrong, but at least you could play 2-player co-op at home.
Yeah.
They do not make a lot of co-op games anymore. And that's what I miss so much, is being able to sit there and just beat a campaign with somebody at home. And they don't really do that a lot anymore. So.
Okay.
Yeah, that's lots of fun, being able to play with your friends online, or even a campaign or like single player mode. Being able to play co-op with someone is a lot of fun.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's go into the next article of news here. I've got this. Looks like Xbox Live is changing their achievement policy for their live arcade titles. They're going to raise the gamer score up, and it looks like it's going up to from 200 to 400. And they're going to have a max of 30 achievements instead of 20. Now, I am a big Xbox fan. I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely a big Xbox fan, and I've always thought that the achievements on the live arcade games, you pay about $15 is I think the max you would pay for an online game like that, and you only get like 20 achievements. Yeah. Now, the thing about that is I really think it's awesome that they're actually raising that up to 400 and giving people more things to kind of strive for when they pay, almost a fourth of a cost of a brand new game. Yeah. An actual full game. And how do you guys feel about, since we're talking about achievements, how do you guys feel about achievements, like, or trophies if you guys play PlayStation 3? How do you guys, do you feel that takes away, or does it add on to the experience of a game? Let's start with you, Mike. How do you feel about that?
Okay, well, I feel that achievements or trophies, if you're using a PlayStation 3, are, I don't know, I think they add something to the game if they're used correctly. Like, sometimes, you'll get a game and it'll say something like, bronze trophy, jump 500 times, or beat 100 people online using this weapon. Like, trophies like that, I think, are just a waste of time. And they're not even fun to actually earn. It's just more of a time-consuming exercise. As I don't know, trophies like find the hidden sword or beat this boss. Those kind of trophies I actually enjoy getting. And they're fun. Okay with trophies and achievements.
Yeah. I've got to say, with achievements, I think for the most part they can be, quite fun. Like, if they add extra challenge or encourage you to do more exploration, I enjoy that. But I really think that online-based achievements really need to disappear, because it's not really fair on the the perfectionists or the completionists who don't have access to online games like on Xbox Live or PlayStation Network or whatever. But that's just my opinion.
And Deborah, how do you feel about that, Deborah?
Well, for me, I love my achievies. I love collecting them, and with Steam, I think Valve have done achievements really, really well. Like you said earlier, the achievements where it's jump 500 times is pointless, but if it's achievements like milestones that you hit, like for example, you kill 20 people with this weapon, it's something that you're gonna do anyway, and you don't realize you're gonna do it. So when it pops up, you're like, hey, that's really awesome. I hit that target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's achievements done well for me.
I feel like achievements are a good thing and a bad thing, kind of like Mike said, as long as they're done properly. My thing is that I'm, like I said, back to being, I'm an old school gamer. I remember back when, you didn't need something to pop up on your screen to tell you were doing a good job.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's more of a self-fulfillment thing for me than it is to actually be being told that I accomplished something.
Yeah.
And not only that, but I've seen a real big change in people are just getting games to raise their gamer score, which I think is ridiculous. Because you got people who play King Kong and can get all 1,000 gamer score because you just play the game all the way through and they want to boost their gamer score up. Which, to me, I buy games because it's a game I enjoy, not because, I can't wait to go home and let me look at the achievements and see what I have to do, this first and this first, and I do look at the achievements when I buy a game. Don't get me wrong, because I want to kind of see what's coming up. But I don't just sit there and when I start playing the game, okay, I got to do this now, and I got to do this now. It's more of I want the game to progress for me as if I was not playing it to get achievements. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is for me anyway. And the one thing I don't like about the trophy system on the network on PlayStation is that in order to get that platinum trophy, you have to get all of the trophies on there. And I think that's a good and a bad thing as well, because yes, it encourages the gamer to get the most out of the game that they bought, but at the same time, it kind of makes you feel like you haven't accomplished anything by beating the campaign or leveling your character up to like whatever the max level is, or etc. It kind of takes away from that. So
I mean, I guess it depends on the game.
That's my opinion on that anyway.
on what they put emphasis on. I mean, some people, regardless, are just gonna love getting achievements and will do whatever to get them, and some people are just gonna play the game. So I mean, I'm not going to let achievements, whether or not they're in the game, take away from if I'm having fun. But if they're done right, then it's good. If they're done badly, I don't care, and I move on.
Yeah. Well, what I really hate is when games have achievements or trophies that are, like, impossible to get, and you end up only getting, like, 2 or 3 trophies after you finish the actual game. Like, I don't know if you guys played Grand Theft Auto 4 or Gran Turismo 5, but the trophies for those games are, like, beyond impossible. I mean, I know people that are, like, hardcore gamers that haven't even managed to get 50% of the trophies for those games. So,
well, that was, like, the achievements on Final Fantasy. I think it was Final Fantasy 12? Or was it 11? Whatever one was online. Yeah. But all those achievements you had to pretty much level up every single class of character.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. But
now let's get onto this. I'm looking at this here, and it looks like there's a new Mario game out there on the internet. This Mario is what it's called. It's a Portal / Super Mario Brothers crossover game, which it looks. I was watching the video of this morning, and I'm just amazed by all you could just lay portals out during the level, and you can make Mario just disappear and reappear in different spots of the level. Well, anyway, what's going on is I guess there's been malware infected copies of that Mario game spreading across the internet here. Have any of you guys played this Mario game that's out?
Yes, I have given it a go, but I gotta say that people have made really valid comments about this game, saying that the portals aren't actually really needed in the original Super Mario Brothers game, so they're not really needed now. Because it's no different from the original Super Mario Brothers, but people have been saying that the puzzle packs are quite good, but I haven't given them a try yet, so I can't comment on that.
Yeah, I heard that it has a level editor too, which I think is pretty cool. You can actually can create your own Mario levels.
Yeah, and that means everyone's going to make.
That's cool.
It's actually really awesome.
Yeah, I've got a Portal themed map pack. That's really cool. So it looks like a test chamber rather than just a Mario level.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, so since we're on the subject of Mario, I got to ask this question, and we'll start with Andrew, and then we'll go to Mike, and then we'll go to Deborah, and then myself. What's your favorite Mario game?
Ooh.
Oh.
Wow. Wow. I know people might not agree with me, but I'm probably going to have to say Super Mario Galaxy. 1, the original one.
Okay.
Because like I remember the very first game I played was like ever I think was Super Mario 64, and that was a really fun game. But I didn't play a lot of it until I was a lot older. But when I played Super Mario Galaxy, it was like my first kind of like I guess 3D proper Mario game, and I had a lot of fun with that game. So I'd have to go with that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I actually think that Super Mario World is one of the best Mario games ever created. And I don't know, I just loved how that game had so many levels, unlockables, secrets, and it was actually one of the more difficult Super Mario games. So I really loved the replayability of that game.
Yeah.
And I also really enjoyed Super Mario Bros. 3 for the NES.
I was gonna take that.
So it's actually
did he steal your game, Deborah?
That was one of them. Damn.
Yeah, so it would actually just be a tie between Super Mario World or Super Mario Bros. 3. But
okay then, the classics.
Okay, Deborah, what's your favorite?
Well, I was gonna say 3, but somebody had to pick that one. Do you know what? I really liked Dr. Mario. I'll be honest.
Oh wow.
Okay, interesting choice.
Okay, so my mother didn't understand that girls could play video games, much like the rest of the internet. And when she finally crumbled, she bought me a Game Boy Light, which is a Game Boy. Yeah, so it's like a special release one that they did in Japan with a backlight. And on the game pack that came with it was Dr. Mario and a bunch of other games. And I played the ever-living hell out of that game. I was just like, because I was on my Tetris kick at that time. So I was like, this is the best thing in the world. There are pills and there are Marios and they're just, this is amazing. And I loved that game.
Okay, so it's a toss-up for me as well, because I've played practically almost every Mario game made, just about, and I would have to say that it's a toss-up between Super Mario Bros. 3, and I just love that game, and there were so many different versions of Mario. You had Frog Mario, you had Takuni Mario, and then you had it was just such a fun Mario game. And then the one that's right up there with that one would have to be Super Mario Kart. I loved that game.
Yeah.
I used to love having my friends come over and just nothing beats hitting your friend's cart with a turtle shell. That was what did it for me. I loved Super Mario Kart and all the Mario Kart games after that, for that matter. So absolutely. So let's see here. We got time for one more article of news here, and this is kind of an interesting one too. We were actually kind of discussing this for a little bit before we started the podcast, and looks like World of Warcraft is giving away, believe it or not, level 80 characters. Wow. And now I'll be honest with everyone here on the show that I've never played World of Warcraft, not a single time. And the reason why I don't play it is because I'm really afraid that I would be one of those people that gets sucked into the game and would never, ever, ever leave my computer. But and what we were discussing earlier was that, it looks like what they're doing here is they are giving people away these characters. I guess you can do this. There's a scroll of resurrection that basically lets you levels up. It levels up to 80. You get a free faction change. You can transfer from another server for free, and you get the Cataclysm upgrade for free as well included. So they're really giving you all that stuff. And Deborah, you said that you played World of Warcraft. Is that correct?
Yeah. I have a level 80 character before Well, okay, so it's like if you played before and then you stopped playing, and your friend would have the option to do a scroll of resurrection, and they'd get a free benefits, and you get I think some XP boosts, and you guys would play again together. And everything up until the level 80 boost, I don't have a problem with. The Cataclysm upgrade is kind of fundamental to the game, so it's fine. Free transfer, free faction change, it's cool because you get to switch to the same place as your friend. But everything else, like, why would you skip all the good fun parts of leveling up? Like, even people who power level, that's like an aspect of the game that's fun for them to like rush through.
Yeah.
I don't see why they would just jump from, I guess, 20 to 80. You miss all the good stuff.
Yeah, so I guess it's more of, it's the journey rather than the destination.
Yeah, we were actually talking about, and see, and when I was talking about it with you guys before we started the show, was that it's not just about how it's World of Warcraft, and believe me, I really feel bad for those people that are out there that if you are listening to our show and you play World of Warcraft and you have spent countless of hours and years, playing this game and leveling your character to 80, I would imagine that definitely takes away, from the experience. And I would imagine if I had spent that much time playing and I was a level 80 character, I'd be pretty pissed off about that. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but it also transcends into other games as well. I mean, not just WoW, but I made a statement earlier, like I said before we started the show, where what if you bought, Mass Effect 3, for instance? What if you purchased that and you automatically got leveled up to 60?
Yeah.
And for $10, we're going to give you your character at level 60, and that totally takes away the experience. I mean, it's just you're basically just playing the story, and you're not playing for the level. And like I was telling you guys earlier, is that for me, when I play role playing games like that, you get into situations where you're not high enough level to be able to defeat a boss or an enemy.
Yeah.
So you have to go back and backtrack to level up to be able to defeat that boss. And if you're just given the max level, you can just go through and kill anything, basically, is what it seems like to me. It really does. It really takes away not only the gameplay but the difficulty too. And for me, it's about the difficulty. I like to be challenged in a game.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't want to just I'm not one of those people who I don't play all my games on easy. And if you do that, that's great. It's everybody plays games in their own way, and I'm not against that at all.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel as if I've spent $60 on a game, I want it to be challenging, and I want to be able to get the most out of the experience. And to pay $60 and just be handed everything, that's not very fair. You know what I'm saying?
It really isn't. You skip right to not right to the end because level cap's 85, but you skip so far ahead. I mean, how do you know what spells are good spell rotations, or how do you know, like, just little things that are intrinsic to the game that you'll pick up, storylines that you'll miss up, in-jokes and stuff that will happen while you've been playing. You just skip all of that. And it's the same as buying a level 80 character from a gold farmer. Why would you do that?
Yeah. I guess the closest parallel I've had is with another game that has leveling up, which is the Call of Duty series. And I remember way back when, like the weekend before Black Ops came out, I reached like the highest level on Modern Warfare 2. So I was stuck at the top level because I didn't want to, prestige and have to start all over again without getting too far. And that weekend playing, it felt really dull to me because I was like the highest level and I had nothing to do really, if you know what I mean. Rather than working. Like
people. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Andrew.
It's just like rather than people working their way up, and also there was also the whole hacking.
Yeah.
On Modern Warfare 2, where pretty much every lobby you went into, you got one kill, you got like 2 million experience, and you instantly got to like level 80 without much time or effort, which is I guess similar to what's going on here.
Yeah, it's like the same as using cheat devices, for game, PlayStation, or any other system for that matter. Like, it takes the fun away from playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, is it more?
Yeah, that's what kills me about people who like on Call of Duty, for instance, who just they'll either pay somebody to give them each, or like you said, go XP and you're instantly leveled up.
Yeah.
Call of Duty, that takes it away too, because people think that because they have the highest level means that I don't know if they have the skill to play the game, and that's definitely not the case. No. Just because you have the high level does not mean you have the skill to play the game.
Exactly.
It's two totally different things.
Yes.
So,
of course.
So we got to. Mike gave me one of these polls of the week that we had last week.
Oh, yes.
And let's see. It's the question was, what's your favorite way to play games with a friend? And the options we got here is one was online. We don't need to be in the same room. Two was LAN, so we can each have our own screen. 3 is split screen, so we only need one system to play on. 4 is hot seat. It's fun to play one at a time, which that's a very interesting choice. And 5, I never play multiplayer games with my friends. which I'm not against that. Which I'm not against that at all. No. So let's discuss this here. So let's go around, and like I said, we'll start with Andrew, go to Mike, and then go to Deborah. And let's talk about these choices here. And so, Andrew, what's your favorite way to play games with people, with your friends?
I'm probably going to have to say online, because typically when I play online, I have a friend up in Sweden that I like playing a lot with, and the other options like a LAN party or split screen just isn't really viable in a situation like that. And also, I'm not a huge fan of split screen because I don't like having not as much space to be able to see what's going on. Mm-hmm. So I prefer having one screen, but I'd go with online since it's just easier to play with friends that might be further away from you, so you can't have a LAN party or whatever. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I'm with Andrew that online is a better option, if you have friends that live far away. But I prefer LAN, because, I don't know, you get to sit near the people, you get to sit near your friends, or, be in the same room. And even though you're not sitting exactly next to each other using the same exact screen, there's still like a level of, I don't know, playing together that you don't get from playing online. So I actually prefer that.
Okay.
Personally for me, I guess I tend to play online a lot more because it's just more convenient because I have friends pretty much everywhere. But yeah. I do prefer LAN parties where everyone has their own screen. But also, I really enjoy hot seats. There's something that's kind of a buzz when you watch somebody who's super good at a game, or even somebody who's just really making really dumb decisions. It's like backseat driving. You can yell at them and be like, dude, where did you get the apple? Or whatever. There's loads of different ways, but I do tend to play online because it's just way more convenient.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay then.
Yeah.
Well, I would have to say that for me, it's I don't know. I really can't pick just one of those. I mean, the hot seat one. I don't see how people do that. I mean, if you do that, if you take turns like that, I've done that before. But I mean, I don't know. That's kind of a weird way to play a game. I don't know. But the one I would have to say that I really enjoy the most is the LAN. I love LAN parties. Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
I'm all about getting together and socializing with the people right there. Not only that, but you don't have to worry about someone disconnecting from your party. They're right there. You can still talk to them.
Yeah.
And or you don't have to worry about someone. If you're playing on Xbox 360, you don't have to worry about somebody's connection. So, like, say we're in a party and that person has a very slow connection, and their NAT settings are at like moderate or strict, they won't be able to join your party, so you can't communicate with them. So in a LAN, you can communicate with everybody there, which makes it a lot more easier than playing online. Now, I'm not against playing online. Online's probably my second option as far as that goes, since it's a great way to meet a lot of people. And be able to you have a lot more variety that way instead of playing with the same people every time. Which when I play Call of Duty or Battlefield or games like that, I tend to try to stick with playing with the same group of people because I know how they play, and you learn how people play when you play games like that.
Yeah.
So that's what I tend to do. So
that makes sense, I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Kind of like what they do in South Korea.
So let's see here.
With the gaming cafes.
do you have anything else you want to say or speak about or anything like that when we got you on the show?
Well, I guess I should give a shout out to CE Current Events, to all the haters or whatever, I don't know. It's a really fun board. As much as it is, I guess, the cancer that is in all of us, we all do go there and love it. Also, I'd like to say hi to the Jolly Ranchers, my TF2 clan. We're an EU team, and we're also hosting the Reddit Round Robin, which is a fun, friendly competition that we're going to have. We have an EU section and a North America section as well. So if you have a group of 9 members or 8 other friends who want to play a game of TF2, and it was on a Sunday, then just let me know, and I'll be able to see if we can put you in.
Awesome.
Hey.
All right. Thank you very much for being on the show, Deborah, today. We appreciate having you here. And
Oh, no, it's fun.
Awesome. And I guess that's going to be it for us this week. We hope to see you all next time. Send us a private message or post on a topic on the GameFAQs current events board, which we actually need to bump that topic up, guys.
And making you one.
Right. And just be sure to tell us what you thought of this podcast. If you want to give a shout out to someone or be a guest on the show, you can post that on here as well. And if possible, please take a few seconds every time to rate and comment on our podcast on the iTunes store. Every little bit of your feedback helps us out a lot. And like I said, we do appreciate for all the listeners we had last week. I think we had over 500 listeners last week on our show.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. Hopefully we can get more than that this week. And if you have any friends from GameFAQs or even some from somewhere else, be sure to tell them about the podcast and definitely help us spread the word. It all comes down to all you little listeners supporting us. We definitely appreciate it. Okay, guys, it's time to say goodbye.
Bye. Thank you guys for having me.
That's right.
No problem.
Bye.
Take it easy, guys.
See you next week.
Later.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye. See you.